Hey everybody, welcome back to more East Origin, where last time we made our way through the rest of the Wailing Blue, and we made our way to the Beast Chamber door, which we're going to open up today since we have the medallion for it. So, just pop it in. And let's check out what's inside. This is a much larger room than I expect to find here, and completely empty no less. Which means it's probably a trap. The enemy is most likely to come from above. Can't say this is quite what I was expecting. Must be one of the 6 enormous demons that attacked East. Well, you met your match, demon. I have the eyes of fact on my side. And it's time I put them through their paces. Velagunder has a bunch of bubbles, which can be a little bit of a hassle, but you can just jump over most of them anyway. And all we really gotta do for him is just kind of keep blasting him in the face. But with Velagunder's attacks, he shoots out a laser, which will follow you around, so you might want to just keep on the move. But when it comes to Hugo, just being able to shoot the thing in the face constantly, you might want to just like sit there and just keep doing it, because eventually he'll move around like that, shoot more bubbles. And if you get hit while he's moving around, it's just gonna stun you. It's not the worst thing in the world. The bubbles, however, they kind of stay stationary and they're a little hard to get around, but you can use your shield in order to just kind of power your way through them. But honestly, all you really need to keep doing is just keep blasting him in the face until you can climb up its arm like this when it's stunned, and then just do a ton of damage. Do a little bit of damage, just keep shooting him, do like a couple big attacks here and there. And now when he moves around after getting stunned one time, he'll start shooting out bugs. Those bugs, we definitely want to get rid of them because they spew out green slime everywhere, which can be a big hassle to deal with because it'll make you slip and slide all over the place, and it's not the best thing in the world to be dealing with. But also, when he starts spewing out the bugs, he will start doing an extra attack. This one's not the extra attack, it's just a swipe that he just hasn't done until now. This right here, when the camera changes, it's gonna start sucking you in, which means you kind of want to make it so you stay away from him. If he sucks up one of the bugs that he spews out on the ground, he will get his HP back. It's not the worst thing in the world, it's not like the biggest HP buff that he may get, but honestly, you just kind of want to just keep stunning him as much as possible. You just keep spamming the button, just do as much damage, and then eventually he will go down. But again, make sure to just get rid of the bugs so he doesn't get his HP back, because when you're playing with Hugo, it's a little bit harder to deal with. You just kind of have like a little bit of range going on. You're doing less damage. So sit there and just keep spamming it until you can get away from him, and ow. I did not think I was that close to that attack, honestly. I mean, I might have been like maybe just on the cusp of getting hit by that. Either way, just get rid of some of these bugs so we don't have to deal with the slime. I'm just going to activate my shield so I can get through here, and then just keep blasting into the face until it gets stunned yet again, and then I'll climb up his arm, and then just kind of wash, rinse, repeat this pattern. This boss goes down pretty dang easily. I'm going to use boost so I do a little bit more damage, and I'll even do a little bit more damage since I have more eyes down here. So even though I'm not doing damage, I'll be able to stun it quicker because I'm just hitting it with more attacks, which is plainly the easiest thing to get around there. Yeah, see, it didn't even get to do the suck. It just was about to, and then just got stunned immediately. So we'll just get rid of it. Perfect. Well, that's a bit more of a struggle than I anticipated. Those outsiders are capable of controlling demons like that. No, I mustn't dwell. What ifs can do us no good. I need to proceed onward. The goddesses must be found. Proceed onward we can. Thankfully, you can't fall off these platforms at all. They're just kind of set dressing. They kind of stink if you did, and you can go all the way back down to the beginning of the Wailing Blue. But yes, going through this area leads to another set of stairs that are a little bit more safer than the ones that we just faced. And now we have stairs that change color, because we're heading into a new area. New area being the flooded prison. The flooded prison, as you can tell, we're going to be dealing with water. Unless it's like flooded with other stuff, but it's going to be water. It's not that big of a deal. But we unlocked a new war point, so we might as well just keep heading forward. Here, we're dealing with a couple new enemies to deal with, but I would like to stay far enough away from them because, again, I am squishy. So we're just gonna head right over here, get rid of you. I'm just gonna jump right up here and then just keep shooting, since you can't really do too much to me unless you actually spew. There we go. Now, let's just put on my shield so I can just jump the distance. Get rid of you so I can get a little bit more experience. There we go. And we're gonna keep heading this way. There we go. Get rid of you. We're gonna head right over here, which, as you can tell, camera pans down because it's a big jump. You can't get back unless you find a way to get back from here, so might as well just make sure to find where and how to do that. There we go, I leveled up, so I do a little bit more damage, thankfully. That's actually really helpful because right now I'm doing so little damage. There we go. There we go. Get rid of you, lower your defenses a little bit by getting that lightning strike on you. And then get rid of you. Perfect. And then we open up this chest. Acquired silver bracelet. A surge of power bursts forth from the artifact. Hugo is now able to dash. Why walk when you can run? So yes, if we double tap the left analog stick, hold Y or A after doing attack or magic, double tap the D-pad or just toggle it so where we always run, we have increased movement speed, which allow us to have longer jumps, bigger jumps, just we're faster overall. Honestly, in my case, I like to just have this turned on at all times because I like to move around really, really fast. And yeah, if Hugo's just shield up, I could just make really good distance. But yes, if you want to have it always active, just go into this menu here and just toggle this on. You can also toggle on, double tap the dash. You can toggle on and off whatever one you feel is your fancy. In this case, I like having swift movement pretty much at all times. So just tap this and then we're gonna go right back over here. Have just enough time to make this. Pretty easy. Not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, we're gonna go over here, get rid of you for some more sweet experience. Just jump over this really quick. And then keep heading forward. There we go, they're all running towards me and not really actually attacking me in any way, shape, or form. I mean, barely hitting me, honestly. There we go, grab all of that. Get rid of you. Hello there. He tried and failed miserably. These enemies right over here, thankfully I could attack them from farther away. So just do that and then just keep attacking. There we go. We're gonna keep heading forward. Hello there. And there we go, I got a level up out of it. And now for you and you, might as well just spin around like this and I'll just hit them both eventually. Hello, can you help me? Thank you. He got stuck over there and just was attacking nothing. Get rid of you and you. And I'm already decent way towards another level. I'm gonna hit that because it's another timed moment where you gotta get over here really quickly and just jump. Hello, enemies. I'm gonna get rid of you and you. Thank you. Hello. These new enemies right over here, these Luigi Mansion looking guys, they actually spew like a green little bit of a toxic goo, which is actually kind of annoying because those enemies there have a new status effect to deal with called poison. It's not fun. You open up this chest and get an ebony robe, which is definitely gonna be useful because again, Hugo is squishy, but +6 defense. It's not the best extra in the world, but with him, anything's just better. Just get that on and just be happy. There we go. I'm gonna get rid of you and you. There we go. These enemies right here, again, if you get hit by the green slime, you will get poisoned, which you can tell by the icon above your head there. It doesn't last terribly long, but it slowly drains your health, so you might want to just be careful what your health is actually at, because if you do wind up getting hit by it, it just keeps going down and going down and going down, and it's the worst feeling in the world, honestly. I hate it. Yeah, speaking of, since they do spew it when they're in your face, if you can stay far enough away from them, you have less chances of getting poisoned. So there is that. There we go. Get rid of you. And I also leveled up again, so I have my full health once more, so I'm not too worried about it anymore. And I do a little more damage to boot. But as you can tell, I'm still getting experience, so I might as well just get rid of you and you. And now you. You are a big enemy that does a lot of damage, so I'm going to stay far away from you and just keep attacking you. And after a little bit, they grow big if you do a lot of damage to them, and their radius of their attack grows bigger, so you just gotta be careful. But we also have another one of them to deal with right here, and there's less space to actually move around. But thankfully, I have a shield, so I can just sit there and use the shield, do a little more attack while I can just block their attack and then just activate another shield if I need to. So they're not the worst thing in the world to handle. But there we go. I am going to activate this statue, so I have another extra little point that I can work with. And I'm gonna work my way, not through there just yet. I'm gonna make my way back this way so I can actually explore the rest of this area first. So just get rid of you for some more sweet experience. Ow. All right, you're taken down. So we're actually gonna head back this way first before we progress any further because more area to explore, so I might as well just go this way along these slow moving platforms. If we were to follow in the water, we would have to deal with a new mechanic where we're basically able to swim in the water. But we have a bit of an oxygen gauge to deal with. Thankfully, though, it's kind of easy to avoid falling in the water there, and we don't really have much air if we were to fall in the water, so we could get out as soon as possible. But for now, we don't really have to deal with that. We're just going to move on for now and just check out this area right over here. So let's get rid of some of these guys right over here and try to not get poisoned. I'll stay far away from them. Get rid of you as well. Just stay right there. Thank you. And now for you, just kind of stay away from me. I'll lower your defenses. Just do a little bit more damage. Just stay right there, please. Okay. I said stay. That's fine. I'll just circle around you here. And just keep doing that. I'll just keep doing this. And I'll block your attack. And there we go. All right. So we need to hit that button down below where that guy just kind of jumping into the wall. So I'm going to kind of bait him out over here and then just kind of weasel around and get some extra defense going on and get rid of you. Come on, grow big. And then, there we go. I was waiting for him to die. Here we go, hit this button. And then we're just going to make our way really quickly along here. And then here we go and grab this. Acquired Emerald. So level up my force shield power, which my force shield power is now level 3, which means I can charge it up and it will last much longer and be a much better shield for it. So now that I have that, I can actually guard way more multiple attacks and just get a lot of experience right over here. There we go, because there's a lot of enemies to deal with and I can stay far away from them and just kind of spam attacks like this and just do so much damage and get a lot of experience to boot. Keep up that shield, do a little bit more damage to them. There we go. You can die, please. You can die, please. There we go. That was taking a while on his end. But yeah, if we go up here, we notice that there's a bit of water that we can't actually progress with because there's a, yeah, we can't hold our breath for long at all. So let's just not do that and make our way back because that's definitely not the way we can go at the moment. Before we progress any further, I'm going to kind of abuse this room because I like my sweet experience. We're just going to keep doing this and get a lot of experience. I'm going to grab that for some more MP gain really quick. Get that back and then get rid of you. There we go. Didn't even notice you were still alive. That's fine because that gives me a little bit more experience right here. Get rid of these two as well. Put up my shield just in case. And then a couple more attacks. Perfect. And that ought to cover most of the enemies over here. I should be able to get just enough SP if I just keep going and attacking some of these enemies. I'll just attack the enemies instead of just like leaving right away because I would like the SP. And the experience too would also be nice. So let's get rid of you. There we go. Put that shield, get rid of you since they're not even looking at me. Like they weren't even trying to actually attack me. There we go. Almost leveled up. Head right over here where, yes, water is a new mechanic and I'm gonna have to deal with that later. Over here. Get rid of you. Thankfully, I don't have to go very far in the water to be able to deal with them. I can just kind of Just relax over here. I think that guy freed himself because he got bigger. Or not. That's fine. Okay, I guess he didn't free himself. But alright, I'm almost leveled, so I might as well just get rid of the rest of the enemies over here to level up. You missed me entirely, buddy. Like, you didn't even try to hit me. Okay, and I'm just about leveled, so let me just do one more quick pass so I can get a level up. Hello there. You ought to cover it, honestly. There we go. All right, and now I'm going to use this to warp right back over to that area we just unlocked. There we go. And I'm going to make a little bit of a save right over here, just in case. And head forward. I've been waiting for you. I'm seriously impressed you're still alive. Never would have thought you actually beat Veligunder. Veligunder. Ah, the large demon between the tears. That was a powerful fiend to be sure, but its low intelligence was his undoing. Never stood a chance. You're really starting to piss me off, you know that? But I guess that works out pretty well, because now I'm even more keen on beating the starch out of that collar. Let's try this one more time. I'm gonna tear that pasty face of yours into bloody shreds. What's the matter? Come on, it's time for a rematch. You just never learn, do you? I already defeated you once. What makes you think things will turn out any differently this time? What? You should get some help, or set some traps, or something. Instead, you're just duplicating the circumstances of your loss. See, this is why I hate dealing with the unintelligent. Seems I struck a nerve. Though it's hard to believe anything I said could have actually sunk in through that thick skull of yours. The hell is your problem? If you're so goddamn smart, then fine, I'll take your advice. Maybe then you'll understand what just being a little shit and talking down to others really gets you. Whoa. What do you think? Borrowed a couple familiars from one of my companions. I generally prefer taking a more hands-on approach to battle. But you got some eyeball thing, so it seems only fair I use a few tricks of my own, you know? Yeah. This isn't good. I'm not certain I'll be able to handle two at once. And that's assuming she lets him do all the work. If she joins in, I could be in real trouble. Huh? Hey, what do you think you're doing? The enemy's over there, the pissy little wizard guy. Damn you, Zava. Aren't these things supposed to be loyal to their summoner? They're basically wild animals. Hey, piss boy! Why the hell are you just standing there? Oh, don't mind me. Please do continue. I had never deigned to ruin such a touching moment between a master and our two loving pets. Would you cut the shit already? I'm asking for your help. Just lend me a hand here. Why should I? Sorry, but you made your own bed. It's time you see how it feels to lie in it. Wait, stop! Remember when I said you reminded me of someone else? Well, if I die here, you'll never find out who. I'm listening. Wow, that actually worked? Okay, one of my companions in this tower is a guy who looks a lot like you. If you help me survive this mess, I'll tell you everything I know about him. Huh. Alright, but you better stay true to your word. Vigulion, the winged familiar. Yes, with our dash ability, we're able to just kind of avoid these bats really with no issue. And with Hugo, we can just stay in range and just attack it. Thing is, it will spew out these pink attack with just the slashes. And we can avoid it rather easily because they're slow and we have the dash. But if we get up close, it might just swipe at us. But it also has the ability to breathe flames out, like just 2 fume attacks like that. Honestly, this boss is really easy because we could just stay away from it and just mash the damage out. And all we really need to do is just kind of be careful. And if he gets close enough to us, we could use our shield if we really need to. Honestly, though, it's not too big of a deal. Once we get its health down, it will split into multiple sections of bats. Once it's about halfway, we're going to have to deal with just 2 of them. which honestly, you'd think that'd make it harder, but it's really not. You just sit there and just keep attacking from range, just avoid the attacks, put up shields so you don't get hit by them. The only real issue is that once they start getting out of sync and you have one that's still in bad form chasing you down while you're trying to do some damage to the other one, it's hard to position yourself because you're trying to avoid the bats and you gotta aim at it to actually hit. But just keep up with your shield and you should be generally okay for this battle, honestly. Just kind of wait a little bit longer, get a little bit reckless, maybe a little too reckless there. I'm gonna just put up this shield and just kind of finish this off really quickly. There we go, and we're done. Well, that was easy enough. Definitely nowhere near as menacing as it seemed. I almost feel bad for it. Ah, looks like yours is taken care of too. You really saved my ass. Thanks. Our source told us the people of East are all do-gooders to heart of gold, but I guess you're a little different, huh? Took some convincing before you agreed to help me after all. Really thought you were just going to walk away and leave me to get eaten. I probably should have. It would have been a fitting end for you. But I didn't, and you know exactly why not. I expect you to keep your promise, no excuses. Yeah, I get it. Well, I know more about the guy who looks a lot like you, right? That's correct. Okay then. Man, where to begin? He joined up with our leader about 6 months ago, give or take. He fights using these claws on his forearms. He's pretty damn good with them. Not much for conversation, though. Can't give you a name, unfortunately, because he never told us his. He just said to call him the Claw. How tacky is that, you know? The Claw? And I guess he's got this power to absorb energy from fallen demons or something. I'm not really sure how that works. Zava hates his guts because of it. Seems like every demon she summons he kills, and she gets really attached to her familiars. Oh yeah, I guess you don't know who that is. Zava is this sorceress who serves as an advisor to our leader. She's real creepy. 6 months. Well, it's the right time frame, but this whole business with the claws is rather suspect. Could it be someone else? What is it? Why are you staring at me like that? Just marveling at how similar you two look. It really is uncanny. Especially when you got the same angsty look on your face. He does that all the time. So what do you think? You two related? Long-lost brothers, maybe? I think I've heard enough. Huh? I said I've heard enough! I'm convinced you learned your lesson, so I'll let you live. This time. But you best get the hell out of my sight. What's with the attitude all of a sudden? I've been pretty damn accommodating if I do say so myself. Huh. That was just you keeping up your end of the bargain. And make no mistake, it was a bargain for you. Like it or not, we're still enemies. So unless you want to go one last round to the death, I think this will be a good time for you to bow out gracefully. God damn, I think you might be even more of a sourpuss than he is. Well, if that's how you want it, suit yourself. Seems I just dug up one too many unpleasant memories. It was probably best I give you time to cool down anyway. Wait. What do you mean by that? Bullseye. You want a final showdown with me? Next time. Just make sure you come prepared. I know I will. Damn, she's got teleportation magic. Well, no matter. She's a minor nuisance at best. Clearly not a real threat in any way. But still, 6 months ago, a man who fights with claws on his forearms. Could it really be him? So it seems like Hugo has some past that he doesn't want to bring up, and someone that might be related to him. Maybe we'll find out what exactly that all entails, but first we got a tragedy to deal with, so let's open up and find out what we get. Acquired water dragon scales. What's this? I think I see. This should allow me to hold my breath underwater for a longer period of time, if I'm not mistaken. Very convenient item indeed. And that would be coming from the Lila shell. Hugo removed the Lila shell from his pack and placed it to his ear. Hugo, are you there? Yes, Aeolia, I can hear you. Is something wrong? No, quite the opposite actually. The Holy Knights have just arrived in the tower. Search party has now been completely reassembled, more or less. As soon as you have a moment, your presence is requested back here as well. Understood. I'll warp back to base immediately. Thanks. See you in a moment. Hugo put away the Lila shell. That was quicker than anticipated. I suppose this solo search hasn't been without its merits, though. It definitely made some headway. Pays me to stop now, but ignoring this summons would only raise suspicion. Hugo. Ah, Rico. Glad to see you up and about. Yeah, Mishka's healing spells really helped out a lot. Though honestly, I would have been fine on my own as well. It would have just taken a bit longer. You really shouldn't have let her keep you company, Hugo. You too? Honestly. It's okay, Rico. I didn't mind. Honest. I'm just glad to see you're safe, Hugo. How's everything going? Didn't you get much farther up the tower? Not really. So I've even covered a third of it. No clues yet as to the whereabouts of the goddesses, I'm afraid. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I guess we still have a long way to go then. Ah, I see you returned. Sir Knight. Please allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Galleon. I serve as Deputy Commander of the Holy Knights. And I'm Cecilia, his aide. Ramona, nice to meet you. My name is Roy. I'm a new recruit. It's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Hugo Fact. Fact? Wait, so... does that mean... Seems I finally get to put a face to a name. You're related to Toll Fact, are you not? I'm his younger brother. There's some sort of problem with that. No, not at all. Please do excuse the question. It was most impolite of me to ask. That's quite all right. Come, there's much to discuss. We must pull our knowledge if we are to successfully locate our goddesses. I didn't think it possible for the situation to become more urgent than it already was. So the demons are under control of humans, but why? Who are they? Whoever they are, they're serious. We mustn't take them lightly. Indeed, particularly since we know at least one of them has considerable skill with magic. It's extremely likely that the same enemy is responsible for disrupting our transport spell. If you're right, then we've definitely got our work cut out for us, because that was one hell of an impact. Oh, come on, Roy. There's no need for a long face. I'm sure she's just fine. Ramona? Did something happen? Come to think of it, weren't there 12 people in the search party? Seems we're still a couple short. Yunika Tova is presently unaccounted for. She's an apprentice knight. Dino is out looking for her. Oh. It's okay though. Even though the transport spell was disrupted, the force fields that protected us stayed intact the whole time. So I'm certain Unika's alright. I sure hope so. Dino is more than capable of finding her, I believe. Right now, we must focus on the task at hand. Time is of the essence. Our top priority is to locate Ladies Ria and Fina and ensure their safety. You can leave that to us. If there's even the slightest chance that they were captured by the enemy, we nice to stop at nothing to set them free. Very well, I appoint the Holy Knights as vanguard then. Physical prowess alone may not be enough. Hugo's intelligence suggests there's a powerful wizard at play as well. If so, our sorcerer's talents may yet prove vital in combat. I would ask that the sorcerers all join the knights in their reconnaissance. Of course, you can count on our support. Understood. I'll do whatever I can to help. Can't tell if I'm scared or excited right now. Actually, Rico, I have a special task in mind for you. I'd like you to remain here at home base. What? You are well versed in the mystic knowledge of your house, are you not? Specifically the spells of tempering? I suspect many powerful foes lie in wait for us within these walls. As such, I would like you to remain on hand and use your magic to strengthen the search party's weapons as needed. Okay, no problem at all then. I'm glad I could be of service. Do you really plan on continuing the search by yourself, Hugo? Yes, I think it's for the best. The eyes of fact present a hazard to any bystanders in range, and I hate to cause injury to one of our own. Still. Hugo. I don't have time to placate you, Miushka. I know what you're going to ask, and the answer is no. Please understand, it's for your own good. Okay, I guess you're right. It was a stupid idea anyway, sorry. Shall we go, Kadena? Sure, let's go. We'll see you later, Hugo. Try to stay out of trouble. Do you have something to say to me? Not exactly. Your fuse just seems a little shorter than usual today, that's all. I mean, you've never been very delicate with words, but that? Well, let's just say that was the very absolute antithesis of delicate. Is something the matter? It's none of your concern. Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought you'd say. Well, if you ever need to talk, I'm always willing to lend an ear. Come for the weapon tempering, say for the therapy or something like that. Just know I'm here for you, Hugo. If I ever need to talk, he says. This isn't exactly a matter that lends itself to friendly discourse. Ah well, all I can do now is focus on the road ahead of me. As long as I stay a few steps ahead of the knights, I should be fine. Let's get our weapons tempered, but first, let's talk to everybody around here, shall we? If these armored aggressors are such a powerful sorcerer on the side, what do they need with the goddesses? I mean, I'm glad everyone is safe after the transport incident, but we may be in over our heads here. I just pray that Ladies Rio and Fina are aware of this threat as well. I'm glad to see the Holy Knights are safe and sound. With the sorcerers here as well, we can finally start the search in earnest. Hugo, your reconnaissance has been invaluable to us. Please continue as you have been. Good, so I can just wander this tower as is. Hey Hugo, here for a wand strength upgrade? Yes, please. Alright, let's see what we got. Actually, maybe I should start by explaining how this all works. See, I'm going to speak in an invocation passed down from Gemma the Gemma. It has the ability to strengthen and fortify items. I already understand the basic principles behind your work. I prefer if you just get the job done. You're no fun. What good is mastering an ancient art if I can't boast about it a little? Oh well, let's just get this over with. Rico took a piece of Claria ore from his pack. Claria, bearer of purest radiance, may your solemn and mystic glow become as wisdom and strength before me. Ha! Hugo's wand has been strengthened. There you go, one fortified weapon. Nicely done. It definitely feels more powerful. Though that was eerily similar to the process employed by the Hungry Roo. I appreciate the assistance, but I must ask, is that it? Or can you make it even stronger still? I'm afraid not. I need a new piece of Claria ore each time the spell is cast. And that just happened to be the last piece I had on me. I see. I have to keep an eye out for any stray pieces of Claria then. Thanks again for your help, Rico. Sounds like a plan. If you do manage to get your hands on some, you know where to find me. But yes, like Hugo just said, it did seem eerily similar to what the Roo just did. So how about we question him on that? Hey, about that invocation used on your weapon. That has been beaten to the punch by someone else, like the tempering process has already been applied once before. Ah, yes, about that. Hugo told Rico all about his encounter with the Roo. Whoa, Roos can do that? I'm not sure I like to have that kind of competition. The invocation of strength is my thing. I feel so defeated, but no, I won't lose to some plushy demon. I can augment circles around that thing any day. If you come across any more Claria ore, you know where to find me. I'll turn your wand to be a real force to be reckoned with. Yes, our wand has definitely been strengthened. So, yeah, having 98 attack power, yeah, it's definitely a big buff with that strength plus 36. So yeah, we're definitely gonna be doing a lot more damage. So yes, now that our weapon is strengthened, and it's definitely much stronger than it was before, next time Azure plays more East Origin, we're going to continue through the flooded prison. Now we have access to the water dragon scales. We can breathe underwater a little bit longer. Allow us to maybe get through that big tunnel that we saw. Let's see what lies on the other side. See you all then.